What the hell is Sauce Sports or whatever that last call was talking about? What the hell is that?
Guys are from Free Love, man.
What's the motherfucking deal? I know you like Honcho. Why are you even showing your face on an Astros video? You don't know shit about baseball. You are absolutely right, but I just wanted to apologize for Hector. Hector sent me a bunch of content early in the month, and I've been pumping like 5:30 a.m. to almost 6:30 p.m., barely getting in time for the streams and things like that. So I just wanted to apologize for Hector. But Sauce Nation, I want y'all to show Hector some love for all the hard work he does for the Sauce while holding down his own podcast, insert name FC. Links are in the description below, so make sure you check that out. And again, he holds down the Dynamo Dash, the Astros, all the great content that he produces for the Sauce, and just to let him know that we appreciate him and we appreciate his hard work. But with that being said, I'm Chunka Producer again. My bad, Hector. But with that being said, go enjoy the video. I'm out. I know I'm wasting too much time. I'm gone. I'm Chunka Producer.
What's up, Sauce Nation? It's your boy Hector Flores coming at you with the monthly recap for the Houston Astros. The month of July is over. We are now past the halfway point of the MLB season, so you guys know what that means. I'm actually going to go ahead and tell y'all where the Astros are in the standings, because once again, I don't look at standing until after All-Star break. It is after All-Star break, so we will be looking at that. Of course, also pointing out some statistics that the Astros are leading in, or a top 5 in. Announce my player and pitcher of the month. I think it's fair to have a player and a pitcher, just because I feel like it's really difficult to value who's better a pitcher. I mean, like how you have the MVP and the Cy Young, even though you can see a pitcher win the MVP, but it kind of that, if you will. But we'll do that, and like I said, tell y'all where the Astros are in their standings in their division. So there is that. So before we get going, first, like this video, get into the comments, tell me what you think so far this month for the Houston Astros. Don't worry, we'll talk about the trades. That's actually going to be on for a later video. But yeah, so tell me your thoughts so far. Make sure you guys subscribe to Sauce Sports. Click on that notification bell. Why haven't you subscribed to Sauce Sports? So go ahead and do that, and also click on that notification bell so you'll be notified when we drop videos just like this, and of course when we do our live streams at 7 p.m. How do you get notified about when we do these live streams? Well, following us on social media, on Instagram and Twitter at Sauce Sports HTX is probably the best way to do it. Or if you want an even better heads up, you guys can either become a member of the YouTube channel, or you can join the Patreon, and you guys get put in a Discord, and Honcho even gives you a heads up of when we're going to do our live streams. So there you go. And plus, if you join the Patreon or become a member of the YouTube channel, you actually help us out so we can give you guys a better product on this channel. So there is that. So that's all I really got. So let's get going with this video. So the Houston Astros start their month with a sweep against the team formerly known as the Cleveland Indians, and 4-0. So for those of you who do not know, the Cleveland Indians are going to become the Cleveland Guardians. That's it. If you guys ever saw their logo, the logo looks like the logo looks like a minor league logo. That's all I gotta say for that. But anyway, so they swept the Cleveland Indians 4-0. Another 4-game sweep. Very impressive. They beat the Oakland Athletics 2-1. They lost the Yankees 2-1. But that game also came off with an amazing game that ended up with a crazy comeback in the last inning, and obviously ended with a walk-off home run by Jose Altuve. For those of you who did not watch that game fully, and obviously I did because I watch every single game fully from start to finish. Obviously, if I can, work is a factor, but when I can, I sit and watch a game from start to finish. And I watched that game from start to finish. Even when it was a blowout, I still kept watching it, and I'm glad I did because of what happened. And obviously the Altuve walk-off was definitely spectacular. But yeah, they lost the Yankees 2-1. Then they would go ahead and lose to the Chicago White Sox 2-1. They beat the Cleveland Guardians 2-1. They swept the Texas Rangers 3-0. They beat the Seattle Mariners 2-1. And then in the last series, they lost to the San Francisco Giants 2-1. Given their July record, so I'm not going to count one of the games from the San Francisco Giants, because obviously that was in the month of August, so that's not going to count. So for the month of July, the Houston Astros had a record of 16-8. Mind you, the only thing that really matters is winning your month, and so far the Astros have won every single month that they've had, so that's a good sign. Yes, the record doesn't seem that big compared to last month, but that is also because of the fact that the All-Star break did happen this month as well. So that is something to think of. So in the statistics, the Astros are top 5 in 15 hitting categories. They are first in at-bats, runs, hits, strikeouts. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Batting average, on-base percentage, total bases, and sacrifice flies. The only reason why I'm not sure about strikeouts, because I don't know if that means that they're leading in the most strikeouts, or that means that they're leading because they have the fewest strikeouts. Baseball reference is weird sometimes, so that's why I'm like not totally sure. Because the reason why I say that is because one time when I was looking at the Oakland Athletics and I saw that they were leading in caught stealing, I thought that meant because they had the fewest, and then I found out that it's because they got caught stealing the most, and so I'm like, so I really don't know when it comes to those statistics. In pitching, the Astros are top 5 in 5 pitching categories and are first in wins. So I mean, if you're gonna be first in one of those things, you might want to be first in wins. So I'll take that as a win. All right, so player of the month, and surprisingly, this player was almost not going to be my player of the month, and it was only because his batting average was kind of low. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little backstory with the statistics for player of the month and pitcher of the month. I couldn't find a website that they had the actual statistics for a month, for a player, for a team, like the individual statistics for that month, for that specific month. I couldn't find one. Baseball Reference doesn't do that, so I had to figure out something else. And you guys probably shouldn't know this, but I'm actually pretty good at Microsoft Excel. Honcho could probably tell you that because I think I've sent him at least one Excel spreadsheet once. But yeah, I'm actually pretty decent at Excel. So I went ahead and figured out the statistic for the Astros. That is correct. I went by each game of the month of July and pulled the stats, and I got the batting average. So I didn't do like the crazy, especially for pitching. I only did ERA, so I didn't do WHIP and all that. I wasn't gonna do all those formulas for that. But I was able to do enough to get a good idea of who I should deem player of the month and pitcher of the month. So there's a little backstory. So appreciate what I put in for this content for you guys. But yeah, so my player of the month is Jose Altuve, and the reason why I'll tell y'all why he almost wasn't my player of the month was because his batting average was not like. So he wasn't as low as Carlos Correa. Carlos Correa had a really bad batting average for the month of July, but it wasn't great. But he was leading the team in RBIs at the same time. It was crazy. But obviously near the end of the month, Jose Altuve started getting some more hits and pushed up to a pretty good batting average. So for the month of July, Jose Altuve had a .250 batting average, had 21 runs, 26 hits, and 22 RBIs. So Altuve definitely finished the month off really strong. It was a really close, but the guy with the best batting average was actually Kyle Tucker, and then Jordan was definitely inching up a little bit. I do think he did he did have a better batting average than Altuve, but Altuve, the RBIs, you got to give that credit for that. He was, even with a bad batting average at the time, he was still producing runs for the team. So there's where props are due. And the pitcher of the month is Framber Valdez. He had an ERA of 3.26 and had 35 strikeouts. Once again, this is just the month of July. So don't try to go to Baseball Reference and try to like, oh, well, actually he had this. No, because this is only for the month of July. So I'm just going to point that out. Crazy enough, there was and a 3.26 ERA is actually really good for a starting pitcher. For a bullpen arm, that's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. But yeah, so I mean, and what's crazy was actually Brandon Bielik had a pretty decent month. Crazy for some people to believe that, but Brandon Bielik actually was pretty decent. Not great, not great, but not terrible either. So I know some people hate Brandon Bielik, but me and Ray actually do like Brandon Bielik. We actually think that he's actually gonna be something really good, especially with that cutter. I think he has an amazing cutter. But anyways, you guys don't want to hear all that. Or maybe you guys want to do. Maybe we do a live stream one day where me and Ray just talk baseball, and then Honcho is just there. Anyways, so there's that. The Astros end up are currently now first in the AL West with a record of 64-42, and that is the month of July for the Houston Astros. All right, so that's the month for the Houston Astros. Can't wait to see with the month of August. I think August is going to have some really good games. Obviously, the Dodgers is going to be the one that everyone's going to want to keep an eye on for, but it's all about getting that strong finish and getting through the month of August and the month of September, because we're almost there. This is now the home stretch. This is why I don't look at standings until after the All-Star game, because this is where the game starts kind of having a matter to it, You know, like, it's great that the Astros have been winning each month, but now this is the final push. This is where you solidify your spot and get yourself in the playoffs. And like I said, we'll have a separate video for the trades to give you guys a little bit more of my thoughts into it. I don't want to make this video longer than it needs to be, so that's my reason why we're gonna make a separate video for it. So be on the lookout for that one. And so get into the comments. Tell me what you guys think of this month for the Houston Astros. I'm sure someone's gonna be mad about that, my comments on Brandon Bielik, but hey, whatever. Also, man, drop a like, subscribe to Sauce Sports. If you haven't subscribed to Sauce Sports, subscribe to Sauce Sports, man, because you're missing out. Click on that notification bell so you'll be notified when we drop videos just like this, and of course when we do our live streams. If you guys want to be notified when these live streams come on, well, you can follow them on social media at Sauce Sports HTX on Instagram and Twitter. Also, if you guys want some exclusive sauce, some sauce that not the rest of Sauce Nation is gonna get, you can join the Patreon or become a member of the YouTube channel, and you'll get some special perks, as well as joining the Discord, which is a very, very fun chat experience, especially between certain people. I think it's a good time. And then plus we do some voice chats during some games when we can. So if you guys want to be part of that, make sure you guys do that. So that's all I got, man. Thanks for watching, and I catch you guys next month.